Welcome back to New Bourbon Duo. Today we are going to be tasting a Jefferson Twin Oak. I'm going to let Kai tell you about that, but it sounds delicious.
So Jefferson's is a non-distilling producer, so they source their whiskey. They don't say where they get their whiskey from. The information that we can find on this one is that it was aged 10 years in the original barrel, and then it's put in a custom barrel for the second aging of 4 months. Second new charred oak barrel. It's an ash charred, heavily toasted with grooved staves. That way it increases the surface area. I'm going to read what's on the front here. Our custom designed wave barrel creates an innovative and unique environment to finish our fully mature Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. The proprietary flash charred toasted groove staves increase the surface area of the barrel, allowing more bourbon to come in contact with the oak. The result is a seasoned double-barreled whiskey that is both smooth and well-balanced. It has a sticker on it that says non-chill filtered. It's got all the buzzwords. The top has a picture of Thomas Jefferson. Pretty excited about this one.
It's perfect. Let's go in for the nose then.
Give it a good swirl.
Gotta give it a good swirl.
Now that has some age on the nose.
Yeah.
A lot of that barrel influence. Deep, dark notes. A dark caramel.
I get like a slight chocolate.
Chocolate. I'm almost getting, after you put a campfire out in the morning, before you leave the campsite, you dump water on the firewood, right? You can kind of smell that smoke from the charred wood.
It smells just wonderful.
I'm getting instead of vanilla, so definitely getting vanilla, but vanilla is such a plain note. I'm almost getting like a custard, like a vanilla custard.
Ooh. That sounds delicious. So one of the things we've been talking about recently, there's so many notes that you can get from nosing and tasting bourbons, but there's also a lot of notes that I haven't experienced. So we were tasting one night, and he said he could taste, I don't remember what it was, a banana. What was it?
Bananas Foster?
Bananas Foster. I've never had this. I don't know what that tastes like.
Missing out.
Right.
Missing out.
So now I'm going to have to go out and just eat just random things so that I know what it tastes like. But it sounds delicious. I love bananas, so.
You like caramel?
I love caramel.
Things that have flambéed.
I've never had anything flambéed, so.
Catching on fire.
Right. Apparently I'm just going to go catch a banana on fire and eat it.
It's fantastic.
Okay, so. Oh. I got like almost like a s'mores. There's a little bit of that. I get that graham cracker and a little bit of the fiery.
I was going to say that vanilla
toasted,
custard got toasted a little bit.
Toasted, yes.
So s'mores would actually be a great descriptor.
That is
a silky, creamy mouthfeel.
Yes.
That's sweet. That's got the aged bourbon notes. It's really hard to find information on this bottle.
Yeah, I looked for a good while, and the information that I got came from another reviewer and an article that he had posted about it, but I couldn't find anything from Jefferson's other than the toasted groove staves that they used. Otherwise, there's almost no information about it.
They're very secretive about where they get their whiskey. I would assume that they get it from multiple locations. Otherwise, I think that somebody would have been able to pinpoint it down by now. Because they have the regular Jeffersons, then the Jefferson's Reserve, which is the older one, but it's a blend of ages. And then they have a lot of barrel finishes. They have a Cabernet finish. They've got this twin oak finish. Even their rye isn't a traditional rye. It's a rye finished in cognac casks. So they're big on the finishing and the custom. They do the Jefferson's Oceans you might see. That's finished on a boat.
Yeah.
To increase the aging or finish the aging.
Now I've had a couple other of the Jefferson's expressions, but this one definitely is by far my favorite. I can't say that I've been a fan of any of the other Jeffersons that I've tried, but I also love that toasted finish.
So there's a lot of toasted bourbons out there.
Yes.
But I think that this one, so the info we could find is that it's 10 years in the first barrel. Finding a toasted bourbon that's 10 years in the first barrel is pretty much unheard of.
Yeah. No.
They're all younger than that,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah.
Elijah Craig at 6 to 8 years in the first barrel before the toast.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't even know what other. I mean, there's a
Woodford Double Oak,
The Woodford is
6-7 years. Maker's 46 is kind of like a toasted. That's 6 to 7 years. Michter's makes a toasted.
Michter's does a toasted, but
good luck finding.
yeah, we've never tried that one.
Good luck finding a Michter's toasted.
Can't find that one at all. But this one definitely, and the price point I'm showing is like right around 80.
Right around 80. Yeah.
Which, you know, if you want to spend a little more, it is absolutely worth it in my opinion. I would love to have one on my bar if I had a bar.
Yeah, around here they're $82.99 at most stores. I have seen it in the 50s. That's rare, but I've seen it that low at grocery stores of all places. I saw it at a Kroger for $54.99. I know state right next to ours is Ohio. Ohio's price controlled, and theirs is $79.99 over there. So right around that 80 price point, I think is where you're going to see it most. I've seen it higher as well. I've seen it at like 99. Now, knowing that I can get it locally for 82, I'm obviously going to pass on that. But yeah, another note. On top of that s'mores, that toasted custard that I was getting, I got a faint raspberry. I was looking for a fruit, and it hit me on like the third sip.
Okay. Now, when we were nosing it, I thought I caught a little. I wanted to say grape, but it was very faint. Like it wasn't enough for me to be like, oh my god, it's grape. But there was definitely some kind of fruity note to it. But just, I mean, a phenomenal bourbon as far as I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm.
If I were gonna rate it 1 through 10, I would say 8.5 easy.
Yeah, I like an 8.5 score. The finish is still going.
That's what I was about to say.
I took a sip fairly recently, but that finish still going from earlier. A little bit of that. I want to say tannic oak, but tannic almost sounds bad. That oak presence, you can tell that finish is coming from the barrel, and it's real good. And I'm going to be sitting here enjoying this until it's gone, which is going to be a while.
That's right. So we're going to sit and enjoy the finish of this, and we're going to consider what we're going to do for our next video. So you guys have a great night, and
Awesome.
we'll see you later.
Cheers.
Cheers.